The Yankees made a trade with the Chicago Cubs. We're going to go over who the heck they got. Also, too, we're going to discuss Munetaka Murakami and have a little fun Anthony Volpe conversation. But do me a favor, if you love the Yankees and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We're almost at 21,000 subs. So if you could help us get there, you would be a peach and a plum. So listen, who did the Yankees get? They acquired minor league reliever Michael Arias from the Chicago Cubs for cash considerations. The Cubs needed to free up a spot in their 40-man roster, so that's why this deal came together. Arias, 23 years old, last year split time between the Cubs AA and their AAA affiliates. Last year, Arias had a 4.77 ERA, 16 1/3 innings pitched, 72 strikeouts. Walks were an issue, though. He had 48 of them. Arias is a guy with a really good fastball, but as you know, because of his walks, command is an issue. Arias, though, here's a little fun bit of information for you. Mr. Arias was the 18th ranked prospect in the Chicago Cubs organization. According to MLB.com, he is the Yankees' 29th ranked prospect in the organization. So, if the Yankees system is so damn bad, and if the Cubs had a better system, we just got a guy from them who was their 18th overall prospect, and now he's our 29th. What does that tell you? Everybody's talking out of their butts. That's what that's telling you. So Arias, welcome to the Yankees. 23 years old, a nice young arm, a project pitcher though. A project pitcher, 4.77 ERA, but hey, he's got good stuff. I wish him nothing but the best. Also, too, here's a fun fact about Arias. As an international free agent years ago, he signed with the Toronto Blue Jays. But he was a shortstop, not a pitcher. The Blue Jays cut Arias, and the Cubs signed him and converted him into a pitcher. So Arias, welcome to the New York Yankee organization. Now, let's talk about Munetaka Murakami. Michael K. mentioned that Murakami is somebody that the Yankees covet and is someone that the Yankees would love to have. Would love to have him. Murakami back in 2022 at the age of 22 was absolutely stellar. I believe he had like a 10 WAR, which is nuts. But Murakami in 141 games in 2022, 56 home runs, 134 RBI, a 318 batting average, 458 on base percentage, a 711 slugging with an 1168, a 1.168 OPS. An incredible year for Murakami. But how did he do the years following that? Well, in 2023, in 140 games, 31 home runs, 84 RBI, struck out a lot more, 256 average, 375 on base, 500 slug, 875 OPS. Still good, but it was a substantial drop from his previous year, from 2022, and then 2024. 33 home runs, 86 RBI, 244 average, struck out more, 180 strikeouts. So in 22, where he had his best year, struck out 128 times. 23, 168. 24, 180. Hit 244. On base, 379. 472 slug, 851 OPS. So 22, monster season. 23, numbers went down. 24, numbers went down. OPS went down. Batting average went down. Strikeouts increased. Slug went down because in 22, a 711 slug, 23, 500 slug, 24, 472 slug. Murakami, left-handed bat. Third baseman, not a very good third baseman, but a third baseman does make a lot of mistakes over there, though. If the New York Yankees can capture that 2022 Murakami and how that would translate to the major leagues, I mean, it won't be 50 home runs. It might be a good power bat, though. It could translate to, 30 dingers a year, which that would be fantastic. Murakami's production has gone down over the years. That is not a good sign. It's not. His average has gone down. Slug, on base, OPS. I think when it comes to that 2022 Murakami, that year just might be an anomaly, if you will. Right? Because even years before that, in 2021, he hit 39 home runs. In 2020, hit 28. In 2019, he hit 36. So maybe his two most recent years, that's more of a reflection of the player that he is. Right? And not that 2022 version of him, which that's what the Yankees would hope to get, at least close to that. Now, we all know when Hideki came over, Godzilla, right? Hideki was a wonderful ball player, but he wasn't that power hitting outfielder that he was over in Japan. He wasn't. And Hideki could hit for average. He could drive in runs. Hideki was a marvelous ball player. He's one of my favorite players ever. But believe it or not, he was. He is. And if Murakami, if he could be almost as good and almost as productive as Hideki, I'm sure the Yankees would be absolutely thrilled. But his numbers have gone down in recent years. So we have to be aware of that. So Murakami, would I like him? Sure. It just, over these past 3 years, he has regressed a bit. He has. 22, monster year. 23, still good. Numbers went down, though. 22, numbers went down again. We'll see if the Yankees go get him. They would love to have him, according to Michael K. Now, let's talk about Anthony Volpe. All right, I want to talk about him a little bit here. Volpe is entering year 3. Okay? Anthony Volpe's first year with the New York Yankees. Finished 8th in the Rookie of the Year award. Right? Had a BR WAR of 3.3. He hit 21 home runs, 209 batting average with a 666 OPS. So we're thinking, okay, the power is there. And listen, Anthony Volpe, you have to remember this about him. Anthony Volpe had 3 consecutive professional seasons of 21 home runs or more. So he's got pop. He has power. He does. No disputing that. So we're thinking, okay, in 2024, Anthony, power's good. Give us a higher average. He did. He gave us a higher average, 243. But 243 average with a 293 on base. His on base technically did increase from 2023. However, only by 10 points, and his average was a lot lower in 23. Now, if his on base percentage was 80 points higher than 243, well, you're looking at an OPS of in the 700s. Anthony Volpe walked less in 2024 as opposed to 2023. Anthony Volpe had a lesser slug in 2024, and Anthony Volpe's OPS dropped in 2024. Now, his defense has been wonderful for the Yankees. Absolutely wonderful. Outs above average. I believe in 2024, outs above average, 15 and 6 defensive runs saved and 11 FRV. Anthony Volpe has been a very solid shortstop. I think 2025, he could potentially break out. He had a very good postseason. What if Anthony Volpe doesn't? Where do the Yankees go from there? In my opinion, and this is obvious, not everybody is going to turn out to be a superstar. It's impossible, right? Everybody that comes up within your organization is going to turn out that way. Now, Volpe was a former top 10 prospect in Major League Baseball. I believe he was ranked like 6th overall in baseball. So you kind of expect him to be a top player in the MLB. But it doesn't happen sometimes. And Anthony Volpe, an exceptional defensive player, exceptional, a guy who was a bat first prospect. He's an exceptional defensive player. That's great. Offensively, you kind of wish he was a little better. But Anthony Volpe might be the kind of player on the Yankees that is just going to go in there, hit you 15 to 20 home runs in a season, hit 230, 240, with the high 600, maybe 700 OPS. That's fine. In my opinion, that's okay. Of course, I would love to see Anthony Volpe with an 800 OPS, right? Of course I would. I would love to see that. But if Anthony Volpe has the same offensive season or a similar offensive year that he's had the past 2 seasons, it's not the best offensive player. That's a 9-hole hitter. But it's a guy who provides really good defense in the infield. And as I said, sometimes it doesn't, all these prospects, they don't turn out to be superstars. And that's okay. And if Anthony Volpe is not that is okay. It's fine. He's a pretty good baseball player. And I think in 2025, he could potentially break out.